Hello friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing clean and simple and cute with the new Stampendous Holiday Hugs Collection. So if you didn't know, Stampendous is now being sold by Spellbinders, and this is the new collection. I'm going to show you several of the products in the new collection, starting with these adorable stamp sets. So on the back, I'm showing you there's actual Snowman dies that I don't have, but these little faces in the stamp set, you just stamp on the dies. And then there's all these adorable sentiments. No, I don't have the Snowman dies, but you'll see how I'm going to use these stamps in a really cute way. So the other products that I have, well, actually I have almost all of the products from this collection. This is the quick card backgrounds paper, and it's kind of glossy. You can see the shine of it. So those are the two designs in this pack. There's also another pack of red and green in this collection, but I'm going to show you this pack that I got from a previous collection, and it's really cool because it has a very mixed media look. So if you ever just want to grab a piece of paper and make a quick card and, make it look like you did a lot of work, they're great backgrounds to use. So here's a die from the collection called Santa Hugs, and you can see it has Santa pieces and a deer and the body for the Santa and some shoes. I just made a quick little tag. Again, I'm focusing on just quick, clean, and simple today. And I just think he's adorable. And I also made a little tag with the deer. And the stamps, the sentiments that you see came from that really cute stamp set that I showed you. Now, I will be making the cards on camera, but I made these tags off camera. And the little nose, I just wanted to show you these little fashion poppy embellishments. They're really shiny. They make a really cute Rudolph nose. So here's the Gnome Hugs set. And very similar to the Santa, it has the body, and then it has actually two gnome sizes. And then it has the snowflakes. That's where all these snowflakes came from. And it also has like a stocking and a few other elements. And this is the tag I made with this set. And again, the stamp is from that stamp set. So now we're going to start creating my card. I have an A2 white card base and this blue panel that I have just cut circles out of with circle dies. And I'm going to stamp the little snowman faces in the circles onto the white card base. So what I'm going to do, I have my Waffle flower grip mat in my Misty. This is the size that fits the Misty. And I'm just going to place my card base on it, and that way it won't move, and I don't need to worry about using a magnet. And I'm going to put my blue panel on top, just temporarily position it so it's centered on the panel, and then I'm going to place the little snowman face stamps in the holes. And once I have it positioned, I can take the blue panel out and stamp the little face. And these are kind of bold lines in these stamps. So I really didn't need to stamp twice, but that's just how I roll. I always double stamp. So now I'm just kind of playing around with all these adorable faces and deciding which ones I want to use where. And you'll see me rubbing the stamp. That's because I have not used the stamp before, and I always rub my fingers across stamps. Even sometimes when I've used them before, it's just habit. It conditions your stamp so you just get better results. So here goes the second little guy. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but I am going to show you this last one because I wanted to use this guy, but his cheeks are a little too chubby for this little hole. So I'm going to do partial stamping, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take some washi tape, and I'm going to cover the cheeks as best as I can. I probably could have done a better job because I think I was trying to reuse some tape on my desk, so it wasn't quite big enough, but I'm going to stamp it with the washi tape on, and then I'm going to remove the washi tape before stamping. And I noticed a little ink on the cheeks, so I'm going to take it off. Now, there was a little tiny bit of ink on the left-hand side, but I just removed that with my sand eraser off camera, and it was fine. So now that I've stamped all the snowmen, I am going to stamp a sentiment onto my panel. And again, I'm just putting it on my grip mat in the Misty and rubbing the stamp for good luck. And I will stamp this with pigment ink. Now, I had stamped the snowmen, I forgot to mention, with Memento Tuxedo black ink, and that's because I'm going to color the little noses with alcohol ink markers. So you'll see me, I keep coming in. I was very lightly trying to stamp this because it has very bold lines. So I wasn't double stamping it. I was just kind of trying not to press too hard. And then I would come in a second and third time where I did need to press a little bit harder. So now I am coloring the little noses with my Olo markers. And you've probably never seen me color on screen before. Well, I actually haven't really been doing a lot of stamping and coloring lately, but this is pretty basic. Even I can do this. And I'm looking over at that blue panel there with the holes in it, and it reminds me of Swiss cheese, but because it's blue, it reminds me of blue cheese. And do you like blue cheese? Does anybody out there like blue cheese? I was at a party recently and there was cheese on a platter, but it was like covered with sauce, the kind where you just take a knife, you don't really know what it is. So I went and I took it, put it on a cracker and put it in my mouth, and it was blue cheese. And these are good friends of mine, but I told them, you should probably put a sign out, warning people that this is blue cheese. They laughed, but I didn't really think it was funny. I'm a little picky, but really, do you like blue cheese? Leave me a comment. Let me know. So for the cheeks, I used pink, but you'll see I come in with they call it a 0 marker. It kind of erases it. So I didn't want the whole thing to be pink. I just wanted kind of a hint of pink. So I put the pink down, and then I just kind of blend it out with the blending marker. So I'm just making sure everything looks good. I had already put foam tape on the back of this panel. And now I can just pull all the release tape off. And you can see I went a little crazy with the foam tape. Making sure I had all my bases covered, no saggy spots. And I will just line that up as best I can. And that card is done. I'm not going to put any embellishments on it. I just think it's adorable. And, just a kind of a clever way to use the snowman faces without putting them on actual snowmen. So I love these snowman faces so much I didn't want to put this stamp set away. So I kind of came up with another quick idea. And this was just, here you see the idea. The J and the Y, these are actual stitching dies that I use a lot without stitching. It's from the Stitched Alphabet collection from Spellbinders. And I thought the holes kind of looked like snowflakes, and I put black paper behind those holes. And I thought that kind of tied in with the black ink on the snowman face. So then I went to this stamp set that I showed you earlier. This is the Holiday Hugs Sentiments again. And I saw that these sentiments are kind of curved, like they would go under a circle. So I thought one of these would be just kind of the perfect finishing touch for this super simple card. And so I chose the Happy Holidays sentiment. And again, I put my panel in my Misty with my Waffle flower mat, and super easy. So now I do this a lot. I don't always show it, but I have a piece of thick white cardstock and I'm putting that in back of my panel, and then I'll attach that to the card base. I think it just gives the card, it just makes it feel more substantial when you pick it up, and I just like the slight dimension of the panel off of the card base like that. And once that's dry, I have now glued my elements on, and you'll see I'll come in with my T-square just to make sure that the J and the Y are level, and also just to make sure that the J is kind of aligned vertically as well. And this was just about the quickest card I've made in a while, but I think it's pretty adorable. That snowman is so cute. So in my finished card, I did add just a few little clear jewels you'll see in the final picture here. And there it is. I appreciate you tuning in today. I will actually be on vacation for a week starting this weekend. I'm going to my childhood camp, and I'll tell you about that when I get back. But I hope to have a few videos before I leave, but I'm not sure I'll be able to. So I hope you'll be here when I get back, and I thank you for watching today. See you next time. Bye-bye.